That is literally just a wooden shield. It's not even as good as the hilly trolls usually have.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood.
Yeah, it is.
A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale?
Nope.
Though the soldier's body be tired and torn,
Just shut up,
they fight
Venti.
till the very end.
He's fighting a
Till
losing
there's no
battle
blood
here.
left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long.
I mean, if you keep them up to date and keep shining them, they do.
Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free.
Doubt it.
Ahem.
See, we're just being nice to
Excuse
him.
me,
He's
Mr.
fine with us.
Hilly
Da-da.
Okay, you take it from here. Hope you picked up some Hilly Trillium by now. If not, there's always body language.
I don't remember what this means, but I don't think it's good. But I'm gonna say it anyways. Oh, cool.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
I stole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the bottom thing was not good.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
What is that?
Well,
This is not gonna work out. Oh, it worked.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating
Shut
will
up,
work
Paimon, you said
after
that
all.
already. Sounds kind of different than the usual hilly trolls.
Oh, yeah. He actually gave us the shield.
Yeah, because, you know, and
Guys, thank you so
hilly
much.
trolls are nice
I can't
people.
believe I actually found them. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found.
What?
hey, wait!
What?
The wine, you promised! Aw, I actually helped a lot this time.
That was the only reason you were talking those things up.
What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Nope.
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll, too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud.
He's definitely a fraud.
Did Stanley plant the sword and shield
Yes.
here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Yep.
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Jada Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilly trolls. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
True.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he?
Nope.
Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Suspicious.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
It's either his imaginary friend or there's like...
Oh, Stanley.
Wait. No, it's probably the guy that died on that one adventure. And he's not actually Stanley. His name's something else.
It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Meljabari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why? Why?
Dang.
If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
Yeah, this is really sad.
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Yeah.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
Yeah.
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madribari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on.
But you don't have to be Stan Lee to tell his story.
Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
You know we were here? No.
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even an option to, but, you know.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. Just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Yeah, the only fraud part of it is that you are pretending to be him.
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore.
I mean, of course you wouldn't. You're not him. Like, you only have your memories.
But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless.
No, you're not, dude.
No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Dang.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way.
Wow. Wow, that was... Man, I am on the verge of crying right now. That was good.
This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
What's up?
You made it. Finally.
Yeah, you were kind of doing other quests. I'm sorry.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere.
Actually, this was like the second place I looked. So.
So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
Yep.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, Do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
Maybe was your friend a girl?
In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy, not that old.
Oh, I guess he was a boy.
The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom. And we watched as his great tower fell none too soon.
But that looked like
Mondstadt
Dudok.
began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Looked like they died.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Sure.
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing Paimon.
Go pick us a couple of apples.
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Apples. An apple a day keeps Barbara away.
Getting a little peckish or something.
Yep.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
Whatever.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
Comes with the job.
But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking.
Maybe.
A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Strong. Strong, Venti. Uncharacteristically silent. Huh. Can I sit with you, Venti? I can't, but that's okay. See you, Venti. Sorry. I was gonna sit with you for a minute, but I guess I can't.